Alright, yo guys, so we are back on JoJo Western, and in today's video I really actually wanted to go over the stuff I think should come to the game, what we know is come to the game, and how we can save JoJo Western. Because look, it is currently about 5 PM my time, UK time, and the game's got like 1,800 players currently, which is kind of crazy because when update 2 came out, it was averaging like between 10 and 20k players, and to see us hit 1.8 is kind of painful, I can't lie. And you can even see on my channel, I've not uploaded it in a couple of weeks now, and it's not because I don't want to play, it's more of a fact that there's not much to do currently, and that is a topic I want to address later in this video. But I think getting on with the video, I want to move on to the first part, which is more so of what we know is coming to JoJo in the next update, on updates in the future. So checking the Discord, we do know that in the next update we will get a keybinds change, so we will actually finally be able to change our binds. I'd imagine so it's the same for consoles and controller players, because I've been wanting to play controller for the longest time on this game, but the controls are terrible, man, I can't lie. That will be coming next update for sure. The 2 new stands I've seen that are like 90% sure, but I'm at least 90% sure will be coming in the next update, is Sticky Fingers and Sea Moon. So with Sticky Fingers, I've seen obviously the photo in the Discord, you can dismember people. So I don't know if that's actually a person with Sticky Fingers based on this photo, or a person who's an enemy currently. That I do not know, but it does look kind of cool. There will be animals coming, so we'll get wildlife like bisons and all that. That would be really cool to see. I think puts it more like Red Dead, where like the actual environment feels alive. Not many Roblox games actually even do this, to be fair, which is kind of crazy, but that's coming. But the big one I think is Sea Moon, and honestly it depends how they do it. I really doubt it'll be a separate stand from Whitesnake. I think you'll have to do a quest line with Whitesnake, and it'll probably consume your time like there is no tomorrow. But you can obviously, like in the show, make it so the world is flipped to one rotation, one gravitational pull thing. I forget what he calls it, Poochie calls it in the show, but that will be happening, and it does look really good. White Album as well, I forgot to mention that is coming as well, it seems, and according to Brulax, it has the most skills in the game. So again, I did say in my video where I was mentioning stands I want to see coming to JoJo Western that White Album, a stand like White Album can be a very unique stand. There are a lot of things you can add to it, so it'll be quite interesting to see how it plays out in PvP and in the game. There's going to be a new tarot card called Justice. I actually don't know what this could even entail, just looking at the card. I think, what I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking maybe it's going to have like a drawback, but a really good buff you get from it as well. Something along those lines. I feel like, because obviously the balance scales, we've got blood, and then I actually can't tell it. It looks like a heart maybe, like a bomb, a devil fruit or something. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, we've got Justice. Another thing I've seen that I think is coming in a further update, not this next update, but it is mentioned in the poll section of the chat of the Discord, and it mainly pertaining to being able to build your own house in a map expansion update, which is actually one of the topics I do discuss later on in the video about what I want to see come to JoJo Western that could actually save the game, maybe make it better or worse. So yes, map expansion, it's good to see it coming from the actual people involved with the game, so it can be something we can see in game at a certain point. I think that has kind of glazed over everything that is coming up in potential and future updates for JoJo in the immediate future and near future. What I've got down, stuff I want to see improved that could help the game. I think firstly, as I put down, it's taken a while to get this update, and we haven't got any time on when this update that brings these 3 stands and the keybinds update is coming out. And the first point is update frequency. I don't think this was ever really a problem like that before update 2, but I think in the lead up to it and the subsequent updates after update 2, it has made it very clear that the devs are taking crazy long to push out updates. And obviously there are lots of things that come up in a dev time, like maybe something happens in your real life and all that. So I understand that. But the game is suffering for it, though. And if you ask me, I think there needs to be a bit more substance in the actual updates we get from now on. If you ask me, it's all well and good adding RNG systems and quest lines that do require you to get like 1,000 kills, 650 kill streak, whatever nonsense like that, to allow you to evolve White Snake, for example, with Sea Moon coming out soon. But once you do slave away for the Sea Moon, there's not really much to do afterwards. And it's kind of sad after 3 or 4 months since I've started playing the game that there's nothing much to do really now besides PvPing. I think even like a little Steel Ball Run race update that brings like a race from like the Witch's Hut to the city would be, I think that'd go a long way. Having some rewards to that, maybe get stand arrows from that so you don't have to always go and fight a war to get a corpse part. So yeah, I think updating and improving the update frequency would, and the substance to the updates would go a long way to helping this game get back to its best, which is what we all want. You're watching this video, I don't hate this game, but it's one of my favorite games I've played on Roblox in quite some time, to be honest. So it hurts to see it down bad like this. So yeah, we're just here to see the game get better. So for another thing I've got on my list of things I think could improve and make this game more fun, I've got gun mastery. I saw this quite a while back. I think it was the time when King Crimson got its rework, that they was thinking of stand masteries and all of that. And it made me think that maybe we could get a gun mastery system. And this kind of does go against what I said about PvP being the only thing to do in the game. But I think a system like this would be really cool to see in the game. So the more you level up your weapon, you can get maybe like an attachment for it that makes the gun more unique in weapon skins. So like if you play Call of Duty, gold, diamond, platinum, dark matter, whatever. If you get your Maverick shotgun to like level 30, you can get with like NPC kills, PvP kills, or quest completions. I think it should be varied in the XP you can get for it. You can get like a Dragon's Breath bullet, so if you shoot someone, they can set them on fire. Maybe it can be very good against vampires and all that. And I feel like that would vary and diversify the meta with guns currently, and you'd see a lot more people using a wide range of guns trying to go for these attachments. I feel like that'd be quite cool. But I think I caveat that by saying it probably would be a bigger headache for the devs to balance stuff in an eventuality that this update did come out. Most likely won't. I'm like 98% sure it won't come. But the next thing I did have, and it's what I said earlier, the map expansion update. I think we've been with this current Bridger map since the game's come out, really, to the general public. And it's really good, don't get me wrong. And with update 2 bringing in different seasons and weather, that has added to its variety. However, I would say the general map kind of is starting to get a bit stale. Like, I spawn here, there's no activity over here, there's nothing that brings people over to this side of the map. Really, all you want to be going is to the city and maybe the fishing area. And in the rare times you'd go to the Witch's Hut to maybe reset your stand, get new tarot cards and all of that. I think having new points of interest to diversify where the player base stays in the game would be really good. And obviously, from what we saw earlier with the map expansion, they did say building your house would be really cool to see. Maybe even having like a camp system like Red Dead 2 where you can get invaded by other gangs and all that would be a really cool system to see. But that is mostly it. There are stuff like with stand masteries I'd like to see, like King Crimson getting like a new move or something, Golden Experience Requiem, Silver Chariot Requiem and all that. Even Killer Queen getting another move like Bites the Dust properly. Stuff like that would be really cool to see. But honestly, the game's in a tough spot right now, to be honest. Can it be saved? Let me know down below, man. If you liked today's video and you agree with my takes, disagree with my takes, let me know down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with more Bridger. I would say maybe leading up to the update, once he gets confirmed or something drops. I still do need to make that best stand in Bridger video, so stay tuned for that at some point. A little more research needs to be done with the research team, but we'll be there. But yeah, peace guys.